Fred, do something!
Snow on the sleepers, cold on the line. Lanterns in the distance draw a silver shine. Engines and the moonlight hum a steady tune, rolling through the quiet like a whisper to the moon. Every mile a heartbeat, steady as it goes. Steam against the starlight, rising in the snows. And the midnight rails keep rolling, rolling on, through the frost and the silence, till the break of dawn. With a glow in the darkness, brave and strong. Yeah, the midnight rails keep rolling on. Wind on the windows, soft as a sigh. Tracks curve gently where the hillsides lie. Signals blink amber like a guiding flame, calling every engine by its quiet name. Every mile a promise, steady through the cold. Stories in the steelwork, waiting to be told. And the midnight rails keep rolling, rolling on, through the frost and the silence, till the break of dawn. With a glow in the darkness, brave and strong. Yeah, the midnight rails keep rolling on. Let the rhythm of the rail line carry us through. Snowflakes swirling in the headlamps' view. Hear the heartbeat of the engine, warm and true. On and on, the night comes through. Footsteps at the station fade into the night, but the rails keep singing in the pale moonlight. Every turn of the wheel says we're not alone. Every echo on the hillside feels like home. And the midnight rails keep rolling, rolling on, through the frost and the silence, till the break of dawn. With a glow in the darkness, brave and strong. Yeah, the midnight rails keep rolling on. against the sky and gold.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to today's stream. Hope you're having a good day today. I had an all right day. I got a good start on a Life is Strange story that actually involves a lot of setup, and it's actually set between Double Exposure and Reunion. So it kind of falls into like that gap there. There's like some story potentials that I'm glad. Work was surprisingly productive today, although I had a late start to it because I was trying to do something, and that led to dinner getting I had being have super late. So it was like, but work ended up being extremely productive. So we're coming in off of a good mood. The Flyers defeat the New Jersey Devils 5-1. There's that. Let's see. Let's see. Anything else of yes, there is. There was a game, a minor league baseball game between the Fisher Cats against well, let me say this put it the Blue Jays minor league affiliate team end up scoring 14 runs on 1 hit, 0 errors, 13 walks, 5 wild pitches, and 4 hit batters. In the words of Harry Doyle,
Vaughn into the windup in his first offering. Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed. Ball four. Ball eight. Low, and Vaughn has walked the bases loaded on 12 straight pitches.
I mean, how could they lay off pitches that close? But then again, let's all remember some of the close calls and stuff I have experienced in backyard baseball on on Sunday, a couple nights ago. Let's see. Anything else of the? Let's check a few things here. Let's see. Strikers. Yeah, Striker sent me a list of a chart of the price of beer at every Major League Baseball park. Right. We start with the Nationals, $15.40 for beer. Baltimore Orioles, $11.29. The Chicago White Sox, $10.79. That's also the same for the Boston Red Sox and the Chicago Cubs. San Francisco Giants, $9.25. The Pittsburgh Pirates, $9.16. The Milwaukee Brewers, $8.72. And the Texas Rangers, also $8.20. The Phillies of Philadelphia, $7.90. The Houston Astros and New York Mets at $7.71, while the Cincinnati Reds are $7.70. The LA Dodgers in Sacramento Athletics, $7.19. Some of these prices are quite weird. New York Yankees, and I'm calling bullshit on this, $6.17. Detroit Tigers, $5.44. St. Louis Cardinals, $5.39. Miami Marlins, Tampa Bay Rays, Cleveland Guardians, Kansas City Royals, Seattle Mariners, San Diego Padres, all $5.14. Then at $5.13, you got the Minnesota Twins, Atlanta Braves, Arizona Diamondbacks. At $4.62, it's the Anaheim Angels, and at $4.56, I'm not sure if that's U.S. or Canada, the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, so you had a bunch of teams there, and between $5 and $6, right? It should be between like like $4.50 and $6. So between $4.50 and $5.50 in terms of the price range, right? Then note the team that we have not mentioned yet. The Colorado Rockies for a beer. $3.08. Like, you know what? For as bad as the Rockies are, they are not jacking up the price. Now, I will make note that there is a thing that is kind of like a factor where uh you got some teams doing like some ridiculous markups, like the Nationals, Orioles, White Sox, Red Sox, Cubs. Oh, basically over half the league is like overly excessive. And again, I'm finding the Yankees at being like just over $6. Somehow that is unbelievable. This sounds like a bold-faced lie. But there you go. If you know what? Fuck it, I'm moving to Denver. No, I'm kidding on that. I don't even drink, but you know what? For $3, we'll load up. But damn. Then again, price of food at any sporting venue is always food and drink is always going to be excessive because you're kind of stuck there, and they do dissuade you from bringing in outside food and beverages too. Like, yes, you will have our food, you will have our beverages. Make of that what you will. Ow. Anyway, tonight we're doing one more night of Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor. Mainly because I don't think there's going to be, outside of the remaining DLC stories for James, everything else is basically just wandering around exploring, and I can knock off those achievements casually off stream if I'm so inclined to. If I get a little extra moment, or if I can't sleep or something, get out there with hit the tracks or something. So one more night with Thomas and Friends, and don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the game. It is a charming little game. For what it is, it is a train simulator aimed at younger audiences. We want to get folks involved with doing train sims. You know what? Also, because I am that much of an idiot, we never even considered registering at the for the So give me a second here. This is something I should have done. All right. Because one thing we are going to discover here is one thing we notice is that you got there is this new section, which, considering the number of Thomas the Tank Engine books and related media that's out there, this is potentially a game we could come back to time and time again when new content gets released. If it gets new content. All right. So let's hit the rails again.
James and the van. It was a frosty morning on the island of Sodor, and James was bringing a goods train from the Little Western. He was cold and tired, and wouldn't stop complaining.
Of course.
Couldn't Duck or Oliver do this? He moaned.
Good question.
A splendid engine like me should be pulling coaches, not these troublesome trucks. Don't worry, James, said his fireman. We've nearly reached the yard now, so you can have a drink and a rest before your next train.
That doesn't make him feel any
James
better.
replied. A nice long rest will make me feel much better.
All right. Percy, don't you ignore me. At the middle of the ninth, Dodgers lead the Blue Jays 4-1. Here we go. Chugga, 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 chugga. You want to make sure you carry the right amount of momentum in. Yo, it's dark in here. All right. Where exactly are you having to stop at? That's the big question here. The question is, did they... that excuse me, get that bird's eye view. Going all the way back. Nice.
Soon they arrived back at the yard. James was still feeling rather upset, and as he stood in the yard, the icy wind swirled around his smokebox.
Can't blame them.
Bother this cold weather, he shivered. Right, said his fireman. I'll jump down and uncouple the trucks. Then we can go and fetch the coaches. He walked over to the coupling and tried to uncouple it. But try as he might, it would not budge.
It's frozen.
What's going on back there? Asked James. I'm going to be late for my passengers. There seems to be a problem with the coupling, said his fireman at last.
What problem?
It looks like we're going to have to take the van with us. What? Exclaimed James. Pull my train and this horrible van too? No, I won't. What would the other engines think if they found out?
They'd laugh their heads off.
Great, grumbled the van. Now I'm stuck behind you for the rest of the day. Now come on, soothed his fireman. We must remember the passengers. We can't leave them standing out in the cold.
Yes, we can. We totally can,
groaned James. The sooner we take these passengers, the sooner I can get to the works and get my coupling fixed.
Wait. Like, we're nearly brought the trucks with us. Forward and backwards. Backwards and forwards. And always twirling. Twirling. That is the face of a train who is not happy. We're gonna push on back. Going all the way back. We gotta take it back. Do. Take it back. Gonna take it back. Do. Take it back. There was a time I actually knew the lyrics to that song. This is the first. This is the special cabin. Ooh, rough night for the Jays of Blue. We're rolling along here. you want to do is keep control of the train. All aboard!
James arrived at the platform, still cold and upset. As he watched the passengers begin to board the train, he was surprised to see that the passengers didn't take much notice of the van. That's good, he thought to himself. Maybe if the passengers don't notice, then maybe none of the other engines will.
No worries, some of the parents threw their kids into the van. Choo-choo! We got a snake in our boots. We can go faster. Just a little bit faster now. Just a little bit faster now. And sometimes you just want to get like a nice screenshot, you know? Oh, we can go even faster, you say? Faster! Faster! Hey, it's dark in here! Oh, there's a light. Walk towards it. This is like, what, 1,000 yards and a half mile? Kind of makes it easy to judge the distances. We're heading to Bing Crosby Station. We have entered a residential zone. Yeah. They made sure you were slowing down heading into here. So we're just waiting for the shoe to drop on, like somebody come along to fuck with James. On the dime. Okay, everybody get the fuck off.
As James arrived at the station, he suddenly heard a familiar whistle. "Oh no," said James. "It's Gordon." "Hello, little James. What are you doing coupled to that van?" asked Gordon. "Oh, is that what passes as a special coach
Yes,
nowadays?"
a special coach. We are on.
Gordon puffed away, still laughing. James tried to ignore him, and it wasn't long before the guard's whistle blew and they continued on their way.
All right, we gotta pick up the momentum. Chugga, 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 chugga. We are going all in. We got it up to up to 60 miles per hour. Look at that train. Look at those scenery paths. It. we we went too fast. Oh boy. So we gotta do it all over again.
James and the van.
You know what? I too gotta wonder. General. I'll go hand Sims. Realism mode. Hmm. Huh. All right, so there you go. We never really dived into the settings all that much.
It was a frosty morning on the island
So
of
we got to do it all over again.
Sodor, and James was bringing a goods train from the Little Western. He was cold and tired, and wouldn't
No, we
stop complaining.
screwed up.
I couldn't Duck or Oliver do this, he moaned. A splendid engine like me should be pulling coaches, not these troublesome trucks. Don't worry, James, said his fireman. We've nearly reached the yard now, so you can have a drink and a rest before your next train. Good, James replied. A nice long rest will make me feel much better.
So yeah, there was some there was a fair amount of settings in this game that we did not realize that was there. We are on the middle rail, so we can go to. It's dark in here! Like, we ramped it up, but there was nothing that we could have done to stop it. Our score is 420. Push on back.
Soon they arrived back at the yard.
Yes,
James
they
was
did.
still feeling rather upset, and as he stood in the yard, The icy winds
No,
swirled
James
around his
realized this is
smoke
the second time he's had to do it. He'd be pissed.
Bother this cold weather, he shivered. Right, said his fireman. I'll jump down and uncouple the trucks. Then we can go and fetch the coaches. He walked over to the coupling and tried to uncouple it. But try as he might, it would not budge. What's going on back there? Asked James. I'm going to be late for my passengers. There seems to be a problem with the coupling, said his fireman at
How
last.
much of a problem
It
with the
looks like
coupling?
we're going to have to take the van with us. What? Exclaimed James.
Yes,
Oh,
it
my
is a
train
special
and this horrible
van
van too.
for special
No, I won't.
passengers.
What would the other engines think if they found out? Great, grumbled the van. Now I'm stuck behind you for the rest of the day. Now come on, soothed his fireman. We must remember the passengers. We can't leave them standing out in the cold.
Speak for yourself.
Fine, groaned James. The sooner we take these passengers, the sooner I can get to the works and get my coupling fixed.
Because then you gotta get onto the all the way up to the junction. No, there was really no point to go all the way up there. It's but we travel backwards. This is the face of a train who is mighty pissed. The epicness of the trainee eye roll. You know what? That sounded better in my head before I said it. The emphasis is on the railroady eye roll. There we go. I do apologize for anybody may have mistaken. It's like with that bad choice of words. You stop a bit far there. So you got 2 people in this here. You can get 4 people in there, 4 people here, 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, 2 there. It's not exactly the most ideal train. But you know, granted, it's an island where these trains are commuting on, so not like they're going like cross country. These are trains that get people to and from work in a day. The one thing we did learn, James can gain momentum quickly, but he has his braking distance is not as good. It's like, oh, it's like we just John there, we'll have the lead up there to slow down. Nope. Hey, you think there's a face on that train? A train? Plane! Hey boss, the plane! The plane! Chugging along, going up the rails. They want me to stop all the way over there. We're just like British Rail Love. We may be late, but we'll get you there. Famous last words said by the stewardess on that plane. And Die Hard 2, Die Harder. Before it got before it nosedived straight into the ground. That's what you get for making Chief O'Brien a pilot. Everybody, get on the train.
James arrived at the platform, still
Get
cold
on
and
the
upset.
train.
As he watched the passengers begin to board the train,
Get on
he was
the
surprised to see
train.
that the passengers didn't take much notice of the van. That's good, he thought to himself. Maybe if the passengers don't notice, then maybe none of the other engines will.
You want me to keep my speed limit under a certain amount? Are you nuts? NVTS nuts. Pick up that momentum. We're going right into the tunnel. We're going, hey, it's dark in here. Oh, there's a light. Walk towards it. And we'll ride the train. We will get where we are going. Oh, invisible heat sure I like a big pizza pie at the morning. So at least now we know. A little bit faster. Welcome to Crosby West, home of the Cougars. We gotta stop on the die. I unlocked the doors.
As James arrived at the station, he suddenly heard a familiar whistle.
It's Gordon!
Oh, no, said James. It's Gordon. Hello, little James. What are you doing coupled to that van? asked Gordon. "Oh,
Gordon,
is that what
the
passes
master
as
of
a special
smugness."
approach nowadays? Gordon puffed away, still laughing. James tried to ignore him, and it wasn't long before the guard's whistle blew and they continued on their way.
Woo woo! Coal train, baby! It ain't woo, it's woo! Coal train! Let's go faster. Let's go faster. Wait a second, didn't we just get the, problem from the first time? Yes, but we're gonna slow down sooner. Careful, I'm learning. Bring it down less than 20. The first time we came through here and boom. Everybody, get on the train. Get off the train.
James soon arrived at Wellsworth Station. As the passengers began to board, he suddenly noticed a station master talking to someone with a large wooden box. "I'm sorry, but you can't bring this on the train," said the station master. "There isn't enough space. You'll need to wait for the mail train later tonight." "But I'm performing in an important concert," explained the passenger.
He's an
"And
important
I must get
pianist.
myself and my piano there on time." James listened carefully, and suddenly...
Hey,
an
James has a
idea came
brilliant
to him.
idea.
"Excuse me," he called, "but you could try putting your piano into my van. I'm sure it would fit, and it would mean you could get to your concert on time."
James is a genius.
The passenger was delighted. That's a wonderful idea, James, said the passenger. What a clever engine you are. James felt rather pleased with himself. This piano is heavy, moaned the van. Why did we have to take it?
'Cause you're here.
Do stop your complaining, puffed James. All this fuss over one wooden box. The piano is loaded now, so it's almost time for us to get going, said James to the passenger. So the passenger hurried quickly to their carriage, and moments later the guard blew his whistle, and James knew it was time to leave.
All right. Time to roll out. Carry on, little doggy. Ah, we're going up the hill. I wonder why we were not getting momentum. You can do it. You can do it. Get up that hill. That steep incline. That shin buster. That ligament terror. Yep, time to start applying the brake. Because we're going downhill. Oh shit, this is actually gonna cut it close. Yeah, you can tear through there at 70, like 270 miles an hour, but it's not advisable. On a dive.
At the next station, Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for
Top
James.
ham?
He was surprised to see a goods van in front of his coaches. He was just about to ask him about it when the owner of the piano came over to see him. This clever engine and his crew came to my rescue, he explained. They helped me to transport my piano in time for my band's concert tonight. And James offered to help. You must be very
You might want to
proud of
invest
him.
in a keyboard, dude.
Indeed I am, smiled Sir Topham Hatt. James, your quick thinking has helped a passenger in need, and you've once again proven yourself to be a really useful engine.
He's a roo.
Thank you, sir, puffed James proudly. Hey, what about me? Cried the van. I had to carry the piano.
Point K.
Sir Topham Hatt turned his attention to the van. I hear you helped one of my passengers today, he said. So I must thank you as well. You are a very useful van indeed. And you've even given me an idea.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps we should consider adding vans to all our passenger trains in future. I think that's a good idea, sir, said James. Getting stuck to a goods van wasn't such a bad thing after all. The van was pleased, but a little embarrassed. He wasn't used to getting praise like this and was looking forward to his next passenger train.
It would be Gordon. All right, kind of the fact that we had to do it twice because we screwed up actual time. All right, the last scenario that we got to play. First class engine.
Early one morning, Percy arrived back at Tidmouth Sheds, very tired. Morning, Percy, said Thomas. You do look tired. Yes, I am, said Percy sleepily. I was up all night delivering the mail. It seems like there are more letters and parcels than ever.
Most of them said Amazon.
Heh, scoffed James. You're only a little engine. No wonder you struggle to manage those heavy vans. Perhaps Sir Topham Hatt should give the job to another engine, or even Harold. I'm sure they could manage the work. I can manage fine on my own, thank you, said Percy firmly.
Sure.
Perhaps, said a voice, you could do with a little help, Percy.
It's Topham.
It was Sir Topham Hatt, who had just arrived and had heard everything. James, you think another engine should help take the mail. I think that's a very good idea, and I'm sure Percy wouldn't mind the lighter workload for a while. Percy was pleased, and James looked smug. That was until Sir Topham Hatt continued.
And the shoe drops.
I'm assigning both you and Percy to tonight's mail run. You can help him collect all the letters and parcels that need to go to the mainland.
Dun, dun, dun.
James was horrified. But, sir, he protested, I'm supposed to be taking the express in the morning, and I can't do that if I've been busy all night pulling the mail train. I'm sure Emily wouldn't mind taking the express in your place, James, replied Sir Topham Hatt. Now the decision is final, so I'll hear no more about it. And Sir Topham Hatt turned and walked away.
Yeah, sure. This is where all the nightmare fuel Thomas going off the rails comes into play.
Later that night, James and Percy had collected their mail vans and were waiting for them to be loaded at Knapford Station. Percy was trying to explain to James what he had to do, but James was taking no notice. James, you must remember to collect all the bags of mail at each station, explained Percy. Sometimes the mail will arrive by road, so you have to be patient and wait for the van to arrive and be loaded into your train before you leave. But James was too busy thinking about getting back to his shed and waking up to pull the morning express. Just then, the guard's whistle blew and the 2 engines set off. "Good luck, James," said Percy. "I'll manage fine, thank you," James grumbled.
Will he?
Silly Percy, thinking I can't manage a few bags of mail. It can't be that difficult.
You know, he says that now. You know what? This is a mail train. How can you tell? Well, just look for its tiny balls. Mystery train kept a rolling. Train pulled in the station about 1955. I've been to Memphis, called man alive. Not a time bomb. Devil, don't you know, a piece of cat from Tupelo. Like Rocket Jack, just enjoy the show. We barrel through here. It's dark in here! I guess I get like James looks pissed. Like he is not happy. You're saying go, but sometimes you just needed to make sure, you know? Got another freeze watch. Temperature dropping down low once again. Question is, there it is. On a
Right,
dime.
let's get all this mail loaded into the vans. Then we can be on our way.
Oh wait,
That's all the mail from this station. Let's get going. The sooner we finish collecting all this mail, the sooner I can get back to my shed.
you know what? Take a quick gander since we are being encouraged to look around a bit. Momentum must be gay. Who's me? Must blow the whistle. Now you must ask yourself one thing. Do you whistle by when walking by the cow pasture? Well, do ya, punk? street, all over and around the bend. Chugga 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 chugga. Hey, keep a modest speed. Okay, let's face it, it is like dusk hours here, and you know, maybe a cow may wander out onto the road or something. We don't know. Let's cruise into the station. Slow it down.
It looks like the station master is waiting for us.
He is.
Hello, James, said the station master. Some of the mail arriving by road has been delayed, so you'll need to wait for it to arrive. In the meantime, here is the rest of the mail for you. Bother, muttered James. This is sure to make me late now. Come on, driver. We can't afford to be late.
Yeah, but James, that's kind of not what you need to do there, buddy. Passenger, yeah. Whoops. Passengers. No, that applies to passengers only. Not me. The question is, how long would we need to wait? He is not happy. He is an unhappy train. How? Where? Like, where did I pick it up at? I didn't see anything. That remotely looked like it would have been a collectible of sorts. Pull away without waiting for the rest of the mail to arrive. You don't want to be late. Well,
Wait, James, wait, called the station master. But James didn't stop. He was determined not to be late and wanted to prove he was better than Percy.
oh shit. So canonically, that is what's supposed to happen then. Let's just keep that in mind, shall we? I was going to do it correctly, but James insisted that we tear off like a bat out of hell. And also just realizes that it's the driver who took off as well. It's like, you didn't have to tear off like that. I mean, it's the driver's fault. Because the train doesn't go anywhere without the driver. That's kind of canonical. So it's not just the train's ego. It's the driver's ego too. So because of James, peer pressure, you're getting fired by Sir Topham Hatt. We actually, some of the ambient audio, there are actually owls and other critters that can be heard. I know I have a weird way of saying owls. It almost sounds like I'm saying owls. Owls, 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 owls. Can you tell the difference in how I'm saying them? Because I'm here myself and I can't tell the difference. How many hours are owls up? Oh look, we're going downhill. It's all downhill from here, people. But Miley, need a data back sub. Yeah, right, people are just gonna shoot right past there. Actually, what kind of would have been cool with this game? Actual straight racing between trains. Like, which train is truly the fastest? And it only will work because of the left rail and the center rail. Trains. The other train one train will have to be heading in the opposite direction.
As James arrived at Maron Station, the station master ran up to him looking rather upset. "James," he said, "I've had a phone call from the station master at Wellsworth. And he tells me that you didn't wait for the mail to arrive by road.
Talking to the train or me?
James felt foolish. Now, continued the station master, we have arranged for the mail to be brought here. So please, can you wait for it to arrive? It's vital that this important mail reaches its destination on time. This time, James listened carefully, and suddenly an idea came to him.
Oh, really?
If I deliver all the important mail, he thought, then I'm sure that Sir Topham Hatt will say I'm really useful. Maybe even more useful than Percy.
Oh, James, you foolish
Don't worry,
train.
sir, said James to the station master. I promise I'll wait for the mail to arrive and make sure it gets to the mainland in time. That's a good engine, smiled the station master. The mail won't be long now, so you'll soon be on your way again. So James waited for the mail to arrive.
Here it comes.
He didn't have to wait long. He heard a car horn coming from nearby, and then watched as a red post van pulled into the station car park.
Now we do have to, again. We must assume the driver's position, but first, take a gander, take a look around. See if there is anything we might have picked up or something there, because again, where was it picked up at? It had to be around there.
Soon the important mail was loaded, and James puffed quickly away. He was determined to make up for lost time, but was even more determined to prove that he could be as patient as Percy.
Yeah, now. Now he wants to be patient. We're chugging along. It's the dead of night. That actually might be a nice What? Sure. Get down low. It's the bridge to nowhere. Hey, the moon is up. All right, Dreams, bring us down. Huh. So we found an actual painting there. Hmm. It's a telephone box, but it's the wrong color. Okay, we found the thing. Excuse me. Oh no, it's 2026. You can't just go around saying the wrong color. Hello, Mr. Viper. But it was. Hold up. See, look, this is a red telephone box. The one we're looking for is blue. And it's a police, particularly a police. All colors are beautiful. Did you ask what color the phone box identifies as? Well, we're looking for a specific one. Actually, that would be nuts if the TARDIS was in the game. Hey, you're looking for a telephone box or a police box? One and the same. Because one no longer exists in the current era. See, you got it. See, he caught on. He realized what the joke was. So, yes, I know, Mr. Viper. See, that's the joke. It's a Doctor Who reference, in particular. Like, good job. Good thing you weren't here when I made the mail train joke. That's right, it's the middle of the night, and we're blowing the train whistle. We're waking everyone up in those houses over there. So, that Kildane or Kildani? Because as an uncultured American swine, it says Kildane. But it could possibly be Kildani. Alrighty. Hey, well, we're not a passenger. Nothing there. Alright, so cover that. Okay, so we know to look on something specific to try and find a whistle. But I'm not seeing a whistle here. All right. So back from the ad breaks, Mr. Viper, if you're still there. Yes, I was making more of like a cheeky Doctor Who reference before the ad break. Hence the police telephone box references as opposed to a normal telephone booth. All right. Next stop, Kelsthorpe. I'm noticing it is taking James longer and longer to get up to speed each time we pull out of the stations. gotta get that train up to 50 miles per hour. Chugging along. See, if this was an American game, this would have been Amtrak, we would have been derailed at least 5 times already. They were speeding along at 55 miles per hour. We're going as fast as a car. On most American highways. I can't drive 55. Yeah, mystery train kept rolling, rolling. Mystery train kept rolling all night long. That train arrived. 15 code. Kentucky, keep on shining. And we're just making random musical references here. Yeah, best to start slowing it down now, but once we get under a mile. Because as proven earlier tonight when I screwed up, James has poor braking when he's he doesn't have the braking power as some of the other trains do at higher speeds. Plus, slight possibility we might be going downhill. Also realizing there are signs that indicate whistle. We gotta whistle while you work. What the girls do is pop and twerk. Well. Station there. Right. Like, stop bringing it down low. You can go into the station doing 30. But you gotta remember, you're gonna have to hit the brakes. All right. That was a ways to travel. All right, let's take a look around, see if we find anything. We found that. Now, so we found a whistle. Uh-huh. It's a bigger station. Multiple platform thing. Here we go. Another one found. Doot, doot, doot. Another one bites at us. Doot, 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 doot. Wait, one thing about this game is, again, there are no checkpoints when you're doing the story missions. You screw up. It is the thing. We're going slightly uphill now. Tomorrow night we do have Power Wash Simulator. We're doing 50 in a 55 zone. We got oh yeah, we started that. The next thing was the I'm sort of like the salvage shack. We started it last week and got like a good amount done. And then Thursday we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do something. We're going to do something. Maybe we'll do some Mortal Kombat on Thursday. So trying to figure out when we'll do the Chaos story arc. I don't know how long that will take. Maybe we'll start that on Thursday, and hopefully we'll be able to knock it off on Saturday straight. I was at Mortal Kombat. I'm referring to Mortal Kombat 1 in particular. press up past the thing and unleash the whistle. That's what we do. Oh yeah, Duffman in action. Time to start reeling it in. Get around. They're trying to determine. At some point, you're reaching the end of the line. The end of the rail. We're at the end of the rail. There will be no more track. Who's me? All right. Well, okay. So let's hop over here first. Seeing any painting? Oh, nothing there. Hey, we found a conductor's hat. Mr. Conductor's hat. You know, one of the most disappointing things I ever saw was that I think it was like Alec Baldwin took a turn at Mr. Conductor, and I don't know why, the circumstances, but yeah. So we found another one. There. It's around each. You know what? Possibility. Just go station to station and try and find. No, so we've found whistles and hats. Was there anything else? Yeah, the books is something that we have not really found. Unless the books are referring to all of the individual stories. All right, so we checked. All right. And away we go.
Just one more stop to make. Then we are finished for the night.
Excuse me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, we switched rails. Switched rails without realizing. That's actually a gnarly little turn there, cause you can get the rail there. We went in there because it's in sudden speed changes. I'll be pissed if I says, "Oh no, you got to derail. You got to do it all over again." Now, fuck. Because now we're actually looking for stuff. We're taking the big turns. Cows! Just thought I'd point that out to you. That makes you wonder how much around in terms of a big circle did we go in. So we're heading over to Ballyou. You know, I'd rather go to Babalu. You know, Babalu, 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 Babalu. Is your Babalu. We're rolling in at 25 miles an hour. So there's a realistic mode setting. It kind of makes me wonder. But there are a lot of settings that you can turn on and turn off for what level of immersion you want with this game, and you can get like, okay, get on the train, get off the train, and all the manual coupling and stuff, track switching. If you're into that sort of thing, This game could provide it to you if you're in that level of like as a simulator enthusiast. This game can deliver on those fronts. Right, so now we gotta look for right. The question becomes, what can we find and where? No hat there. Right. No ladder physics. What do we have? Yeah, I feel like I checked everything feasible there. I looked on that bench. And I see no conductor hats. So we're heading to Vickerston or Vickerstown. One or the other, don't you know? Phillies are down 4-0 to the Giants. You gotta appreciate West Coast baseball. Game started like 10:05 or so Eastern time. I wonder if I can pop into the individual stations and look at each one. We're chugging along in the game time. In real life, it's 11:51 p.m. In game, it's 1:59 a.m. So we're going to assume that the Iowa Sodor is like somewhere like in the middle of Atlantic, like maybe being like 2 hours ahead. That's where we're placing, like the Azores or something of that nature. By the way, we're not just barreling over there is because it's a short distance, and I can see that we're gonna have to drop a lot of speed quickly. And I'd rather not enter that trail where you're trying to come down from like 45 miles an hour. So we're in there into the nice 25-mile-per-hour range. coming up says whistle. Oh no, wait, it's 2.6 miles ahead. Well, either which way. Ah, yes. We're either going to the far track or we're merging onto this one. Hence why. Why they told it to slow down? Why they tell it to slow down, man? Now. But then we said, it's dark in here! Now we can open the taps up. Yeah, that's right, we're gonna go flying. Wait till we come out of the darkness and into the light. Like I said, it's dark in here. Once we get about time to start slowing it down some. You see, this is like, stop and wait there. I come barreling in there at 65 miles per hour. It says slow it down. Fine. Wait, slow it down. It's a big station, man. Train pulls in the station. There's Top Ham Hat. Super
James
smug.
arrived at Vickerstown Station and was feeling pleased with himself. He had collected all the mail and tried his best to make up for lost time. Percy was already there waiting for him.
Oh boy.
And so was Sir Topham Hatt. James was worried what he would say about him not being patient and waiting for the mail. Ah, there you are, James.
You finally showed
said Sir
up.
Topham Hatt. I've heard from several of the station masters that you've done a good night's work, Sir Topham Hatt smiled. I've also heard that there was a small incident at Wellsworth Station.
Yeah, there was.
But you put things right and have made sure that all the mail arrived on time. You have once again proved to me that you are a really useful engine, and a first-class one at that. Well done, James, puffed Percy excitedly. James felt so proud, he thought his boiler would burst.
His wheels would then fall off. Total time, an hour, because we ended up moving around a lot to a lot of different places. Ballyhoo Junction. You can spawn a train. Alright, so we've done all the stories and stuff. So let's go see if we can. Let's go see what we can find here. No, we are not starting the damn grunting challenge. No. We lost it. We did the story. We lost. But you know what? For the course there. Vickerstown. That's what we want. As we saw it coming into the station here. So it's going to be... Okay, where else? All right. Whistle found. Hey, Striker. How you be, sir? You felt at the Angels game. Oh, no. You all right? The leg gave out on you. Oh, no. I'm hope you're all right, Striker. Falling ain't good. Thanks for the hydration, sir. So we have checked. I believe I was about as thorough as I could here, trying to. Nope, found another one. The only thing I'm not seeing is Mr. Conductor's hat. I know, but there would have to be one here. At least I would think so. Your left arm? Oof. Becker, I'm really sorry to hear that. Didn't I grab? All right. Okay, so we may not have looked all the way thoroughly over here. Man, now you got a 170 streak going. Is like, hey, well, you got to pop in here, but did you get check out, man? It is like, whoa, squeaky nudies. Hey, Squeaky, how's it going? Thank you for the raid. The self-proclaimed #1 Fortnite player rating in from Arc Raiders. The variety streamer serves up chaotic vibes and good laughs with a side of goop. Have a snack and good ride. And Down Brazzy, welcome. It's your first time here, and welcome everybody. I am, for those who are new here, I am Fred. I am a variety streamer. We just wrapped up the last of the stories, the DLC stories in Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor. If you want to introduce young kids into train simulators, this is a good game to do it in because it's more complex than it needs to be. And at the moment, we are looking for collectibles. I work with James. Will it be like your job? Let's see. Well, there's an entire story and challenges based around shunting. You know, moving cars out of the way. A couple of train to a car, get it out of the way. Yeah, there's entire things. Complete with getting in and out of the train to do the coupling and uncoupling. So yes, that's there. That is in this game. Stopping on time, making sure you hit speed limits and stuff, or, you know, that you don't overshoot a target. If you overshoot a target in in one of these story scenarios, you will have to start the whole thing over. Each story scenario takes anywhere from like 20 minutes to an hour, depending on if you're realizing that you can jump out of the train at each station stop to look for collectibles. Which I did. Yes, we do have James, Diesel, Emily, Thomas, Percy, and Gordon. James has some of the longest scenarios, too. So, at the moment, we are looking for some of these. Take a couple of screenshots. Not sure what they're meaning by the books, though. Because it's not the challenge, because you can be out in the roaming the open world and come across the but I have kind of discovered that the whistles and paintings are mostly going to be at the stations. There's 20 conductor hats, but I've only found one, and that was purely by accident. Challenges. They're actually individual challenges. Rivest. Oh. Okay. So here's where your long-term gameplay comes with this game. Your challenges. Drive Thomas for a certain time. Complete a story mission or timetable as Thomas. So this is where if you're into a train. All right, so we are now noticing these stuff. A new poster for the Isle of Sodor. Okay, so we got that going for us. Isles. I have no clue what some unless it's specific stuff that needs to be encountered. Anyway, I managed to get like a couple of nice screenshots. But here are your things. So for your option settings here, notifications, motion blur, all the standard stuff there. Audio settings, in-game audio is really good. Like there's no like music when you're playing, but the chugging of the train is actually goes from like right channel to left channel, but depending on where you're positioning the camera. You got a lot of control settings. Too, for like when you're moving around. And when you're driving. I'm not sure what the difference with realism mode is on or off. I really don't know. HUD and gameplay. These are mostly the default settings. Plenty of accessibility options. And player assist. Default is beginner, and I do recommend it because then you have standard, which turns off where you have to jump. So, squeehee. You got automatic coupling for when you're doing any type of shunning or getting your carriages and such. Then you have set automatic manual junctions. And switching to junctions is a pain in the ass because you have to really. I have trouble with it. So last night's stream will prove it. It's like, okay, which way am I angling this? And I'm not sure what Dovetail Live settings are, but Dovetail is the developer and publisher of this game. There we go. All right. So at the moment, we are looking for... I am looking for individual collectibles here. So... And in the cases for a lot of these, paintings are easy to find, whistles are easy to find. Kind of. Go behind here. We can. And you do get a nice bit to roam around. But where the big question is, where the heck will one find the books and Mr. Conductor's hats? Those are the two collectibles that are kind of bugging me. But the fact you do get a free roam option is actually quite clever. Can't get up the stairs. And if we... All right, we see... So we got 11 of the paintings. No whistle there. Squee, you said you work with Train. So the big question is, were you aware that this game came out like about a month ago? Like, or did its very announcement or presence be like? Because that's what happened with me. Is like, you had to be kidding me! A Thomas the Tank Engine game that is good. Is that a? I know I'm just doing the collectibles bit now. Seeing nothing else here. And I do see where like posters and stuff will be put up. So I'm understanding, like, to complete the poster challenges, you need to do all the individual challenges for each train. Like, sometimes you don't get to, can't go down there. Where is that? Okay. So, big flaws with the game. No checkpoints in the story modes. Roaming the quarries. Stuff that is. Let's see, what can we find here? All right, painting right off the bat. That's good. We can't explore that way. That will be just to begin the scenario. No, because there's not 20 of them. There's not 20 individual scenarios, even factoring into James DLC. Did y'all sit on the whistle? No, you did not. Hey, there's the hat. Okay, so it's got to be... Walk on the rails. Right, so we got the hat, we got this. There's the whistle. So here we go, here we go. So we went. We're looking to explore the area. Can't go back there. There's the whistle, so we got 6 more to find. Seven more paintings to find. We're good there. Another big question is, can we find... Wait, so... The wondering is... Are they... Is there one of each? No, because Vicar Station had a couple. Had 2 things. It had 2 paintings. All right. We're looking for Ringo Starr or George Carlin's hats. We are not looking for the hats that were worn by Alec Baldwin when he played Mr. Conductor that one time. We do not... We bring it up so it could be never forgotten that, yes, Alec Baldwin was once played the role of Mr. Conductor. I wonder if there's more than just... If there's more collectibles than it lets on. Think about that for a moment. Yes. Yes, welcome to the quarry. have a hunch nothing is going to be here. I would be wrong about said hunch. George Carlin was here. Here's a question about a can't go up the stairs. Looking at it. So you got the town. So we've been bam 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 bam. That's the bridge. And there's a lot of customization options too. You can set the time of day, the weather, the fog, the Gordon's troublesome trucks. Games and the van scenario. Getting out and exploring. Big problem is some of the areas are too large. So unless you spot something, unless you learning signals takes practice. Yes. Learn your signals. We are here. We're looking at all the usual places. Like I would swear that like all the usual locations should be. Oh, Phillies lost 6-0. Unfortunate. Okay, so there should be a painting or a whistle or a hat's here. But there's the painting. 14. Huh. Take a quick gander. Where? That'll be kind of silly for it to be back there. Won't surprise me if it was there. Yes. Collectible hats, books, whistles, and other things all over the place. Yes. We know. Wait. 15. So we got 5 more whistles to find. 15. 5 more paintings to find. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. I'm trying to find. So the Mr. Conductor's hats have to be really out in the way in a place that nobody is going to reasonably look. I'm going to end up having to wait for somebody's going to end up creating a guide for this. Like where? There should be like reasonably within 3 locations of each other. I'm kind of like a little, yeah, I'm salty. I'm salty about that. It's like, hold up. It should not be that hard trying to find some of this stuff. Okay, well, what have I just learned? There are no faces on the planes. Hey, boss, the plane. The plane. The good news is the Wikipedia for this game was pretty thorough. Okay, well, there we go. 16. All right. Oh, can we get double achievement? Because I would like to. Because this is easily going to end up being a game I mess around with off stream, because there is the individual challenges. We saw the challenge list, and that is massive. Okay, where were we? We hit. Bounce over here. Okay, it's a big station. Very big station. I know. This might take a little while to explore because individuals. We think at the big station. I didn't even see it. All right, checking each bench, each thing. Like, where will you lay the hat? Like, again, to check. Because if you go by the fact that, if you go, is Mr. Conductor's hat going to be tough to find because he is rather tiny. Go. We have found one. Or no. If there's going to be a painting, it's going to have to be on. Going to have to be on this side. Oh, look at that. Okay. There, that's clever. That's clever in terms of where those are being put. Okay. To the harbor! To the harbor, my friend! Let's see, where... 17 of 20. In fact, would have grabbed the painting the other night when Fizzer popped in. Come on, 3 to find. Okay, we're looking for whistles. There you go. Wow, that is a lot. That is going to be a lot of ground to cover. I'm trying to think, when the hell do we come? What story actually saw us come down to the harbor? Excuse me. Well, we found another Mr. Conductor hat, so that's 5 of them that we have managed to locate. So where? Oh, they give you a lot of room to explore. But at the same time, one could argue, do you really need all that room? But getting the view of the stations have been quite nice. Did we do this one? Yeah, we did. All right, so it's there we go, right off the bat. Bam! That leaves 2 more of those to find. Come on! Let's find them! Are you sitting on it? Are you? I can't go that way. Some of the stuff we found during like the mission with Jane. Did not realize it. Within Right, so again, we... More often than not, they would be placed on the luggage or thing and the benches where they could be found. Henry's Forest, aka the middle nowhere. Ah. All right. All right. So now we see the issues with the books. The books are going to be in places. The books are going to. The books more than likely are going to be near locations that are canonically stories. It will stick out a little bit there because they will be propped up on something. So, wonderful, wonderful. Some places I have already been and had the stuff. I don't remember which one were they. Come on, there has to be like a proper checklist would actually be nice here. I'm trying to think what. I was also trying to think of like which places were on the route that we stopped at during that little James's run. 19. Okay, so we did not stop here. There should be at least a whistle here. Possibly. Maybe. Hopefully. I was hoping for 2 achievements. I will settle for 1. Bang my head trying to find the other. There's a... Like... That was a bit conspicuous that you have this entire shed area over here. Made me think we'd find... No? Where is it? Oh, I see a hat. Alright, so a hat has been located. No whistle. A whistle has not been found. Where would it be? Because it would be there. I must have already grabbed it. That limits notation of where it would be. Aaron, let's roll into Kronk. You know, Cusco's poison. Poison for Cusco. Poison trying to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison. I think we did stop here. And it would be trying to locate a needle in a haystack. They are often positioned near the that's James's poster. Silkadani. We walked in. Yeah. Because we got a lot of I was making jokes about the telephone booth being the wrong color. And then Mr. Viper popped in, busted my chops over that. Okay, so I know we've definitely been there. Donnie we stopped at. All right. Well, that's 2. A big open field. And literally nothing else in the immediate vicinity. Like, how hard is it to find this stuff? You know what? It has to be here because we didn't stop at this. Come on, we want to at least get one big achievement here. Or did we? There we go. We got 20. We found all the paintings. Picture perfect. Yes, we have done it. All right, so that leaves hats, books, and whistles. Oh. They say, and they got love it. Them said when they specifically say passengers must cross. They say nothing about railroad personnel. Okay. So we find the thing. Okay, game. Where the hell you want me to look, game? Like we've been practically everywhere looking at. Right. Rovins. Yeah, some of these places I think we just passed through, but not. We would have passed through here. So we're looking for whistles, hats, books. Books stand out more because they're propped up. Because people are finding them. It's just like, okay, where are you finding them at? Gate. Ballyhoo. You know what? You know what I also just realized here? Where they could be adding stories and stuff. I wish I kind of zoom in on it. Because you got the entire northern half of the island. That could be done. It's like, I totally forgot Vicarstown Yard. Oh, we looked here, but it's the shunting puzzle. The one thing we failed at two things. Surprised we got the achievement for one and not the other. Okay, so we've been... "17 whistles." I have no clue where those would be. Has to be a fair or something. Hey. You know what? Let's roll out. You know what? Let's roll out with Thomas. Oh, wait. All aboard! Wait until 7:15. Oops. We nearly took off there. And away we go. So, high octane train action. So we spent like a good, like, what, 45 minutes looking for stuff. Only found the paintings, did not find the damn whistles. Gotta gain speed. Yeah, need to accelerate greatly here. We got just over a minute to get there. Well, good news is we got there. Okay, who's getting on the train? Train's here. Sure, we didn't stop where you wanted us to stop, but the train's here. The train will be departing the station in just in a minute. Get your tickets to the train. The train will be departing shortly. You are making me wait for you. Get your butts in gear. Get over to the train now. Yes, the carriages have faces, but you are taking your sweet time dilly-dallying, making me wait for you. You have 30 seconds to get to the train. Put down your coffee, put down your newspaper, get to the train. Okay, well, if you do not want to get on the train, then to hell with you. Train now departing the station. Ah, crap. We're also going to have to do a sudden slowdown, too. Like about less than half a mile. Say about 300 yards, we'll slow down. Because we were switching tracks. Sorry, this is not your train. Hey, look, cows. Like, you do get plenty of time to get there. Bang on the money. Okay, the train is here. You have 1 minute to get on the train. Don't just walk. Run up those stairs and bring your butt over to the train. What are you doing? Just walking back the other way. You just went up there to come over, and now you're walking back. What did you do? Forget your coffee or something? All right. Who is getting on the train? The express is not coming. This is the only train you are going to get. It's like these people. The people's is people's. Time to chug along. Now we can already tell that at some point we're going to be switching tracks again, and we're going to have to drop the speed down. just over half a mile away. This is going to be a quick stop. Hit the brakes! Okay, you got 20 seconds to... Oh, wait. No, wait. We have plenty of time. What the hell? A train. Hey, look, we were on time. Don't tell me you people are just sitting here waiting. This actually gives us an advantage here. We can actually see if there's an area. Not the ideal view, but at least it gives us a view. Okay, the train will be departing shortly. You will be just realize there is nobody in these carriages. Why are you not getting in the train? The train is right here. You are waiting for a train, and then you don't get on the train. Now let's barrel down the track. I kind of wonder though if some areas just get discovered as station stops. Like you don't stop at them during or pass through, stop at them in the story, and then they have to be discovered. It's dark in here. I see a light. Walk towards it. Got half a minute to get there. Slam the brakes. Slow it down, Thomas. Slow it down. Hey, look at that. People are actually getting on the damn train. Hey, they just vanished. Okay, so while we're waiting, let's take a bird's eye view, shall we? Something would be spottable. Not seeing it. Look, we're leaving the station on time. Yo, don't you stand there looking at me like that. Get on the damn train. Like, we're rolling into fact war. Like half a minute to get there. Excuse me. Half a mile. Hey, horses. How fast? There we go. Y'all are here. Get off the damn train. Uh, are we running the whole damn schedule? Yo, have any of y'all seen like a whistle for Mr. Conductor, or a whistle or a hat? Maybe even a storybook. The storybook is for something that came along, but where is it? People, you have 30 seconds to get on the train. Look. There are plenty of seats. You can get on the train, people. Do not deny it. You wish to be on the train. You wish to ride Thomas all night long. The Falcor balloon loop. Hey? Wait. Oh. I realized what I did wrong. Uh-huh. I I realize what happened there. It was like they threw it. Okay. So yeah, I'm also seeing what the schedule is like 7:14. Yeah, it's basic. It's basically the daily timetable. Right. But that was embarrassing. Complete a story mission or a timetable, asked Thomas. Yes. Yeah. So yeah. So essentially, you do have to sit down and literally take about an hour out of the day to do like the routes and stuff. Which is why it's going to be a game that I will be pursuing to do off stream. But hey, but still, officially on stream, we'll be moving on from it, and we'll be replacing it with something else for Thursday. And basically, as far as the Xbox side goes this week, we are waiting for the launch of Hades 2. Wow, great hair day, Fred. The Hades 2 finally hits Xbox consoles this upcoming week, so we're kind of like filling in the gap there. Obviously, we can still do a lot, Thomas and stuff outright, but here we go. Anyway, let's see. Let's go disturb Abe Anonymous. I was about to say Power Thumb, but Thumbs is doing not Thumbs. Abe Anonymous is doing Red Dead Redemption 2 stuff. Tomorrow night we got Power Wash Simulator with Iceman. Thursday, we might do Thomas stuff on Thursday, but we more likely may switch off to something else. See if we can finish off the game. Don Brazzi, thanks for hanging in there. Squeehee, thank you for the raid. Striker, hope you're feeling better. Everybody else, again, thanks for hanging out. Much appreciate y'all. We'll see you tomorrow for some Power Wash Simulator 2. Have a good night, folks. Neo, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated.